Well, good morning, my loves. How are you doing on the first day of this brand new week? I wonder. And it is the 12th of July that I am going live today in Facebook at the moment, in my page in Facebook. But if you're watching me on YouTube or if you're watching the replay, then welcome. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to have your company. Whenever you can watch, it's always good to have you here. So as you can see, it's a very, very busy layout on the table today. I've got all these very colourful cards, which I'll talk about because that was a very serendipitous discovery while I was out shopping this weekend. And I thought, oh, I'm going to use them for my live this morning. And we will have a message from those as well. Some lovely affirmations, some mindful practices. So let us see who is watching. Please leave a comment. And my first comment is Shell Javat. Hello Shell, how are you doing, my love? I hope you're well. And good morning to Janine Smelt and to Christiane Cotterill. Good evening to you, my love. So how was your weekend? Because we had a fabulous new moon. It's quite an emotional new moon in Cancer. So if you think about the symbolism of the crab, we've got this tough shell on the outside, but we've got the soft squishiness of the crab on the inside, and it represents our safety and security, our sense of belonging and our vulnerabilities. So if you've been feeling emotional over the weekend, it's hardly surprising. And there's been a lot going on, hasn't there? There's been the finals at Wimbledon, which I've been managing to watch, and we also had the Euros tournament came to a close with the final yesterday. And congratulations to the Italian team and commiserations to our beautiful England boys who did us proud. They really did. They took us to the wire to penalties. I think I need to go on holiday and go to rehab with all the stress from last night. But anyway, they entertained us for sure, both of those teams. So thank you for that. I don't know what I'm going to do now with my life. I'll have to do more angel stuff, won't I? Good morning to Gail Sheldon. I'm glad you find that makes sense because you've been feeling a bit emotional. Barbara Phipps, good morning. And it was your birthday yesterday, Barbara. Oh, bless your heart. Well, happy birthday, darling. And thank you so much for the stars. Barbara's just sent me some stars. You can see the stars icon at the bottom. If you feel drawn to do so, if you're watching on Facebook live or replay, you can send me some stars and that would be wonderful. Christina Cunard is here. It's a good night over here in Australia. I'm glad to hear that. That's wonderful. And over in Australia as well is Nicole South and Sonia Anders. Hello, big hugs to you, my loves. And Teresa McElhill is watching. Good morning to you, Teresa. Joy Cook is watching. Hello, Joy. How are you doing? Lynn Blythen's here. Hi, Lynn. And Joanne Thomas. Hello to you. Good morning. Leslie Townley's watching. Good morning, my love. And Ryan's here as well. Oh, so many of you. Jade McGuinness is watching as well. Did I say hello to you previously? Well, if I didn't, I'm so sorry. And Karen Cobain is here as well. Good morning. So Sonia's saying, your beautiful Australian gal Ash Barty won Wimbledon. She did. I forgot about congratulating her. And then obviously Novak Djokovic won the men's singles. But we had another Italian potential victory there with the men's final. He didn't win, unfortunately, but he played really well. So it's been all good, hard work, good sportsmanship, hopefully. So I woke up to have a look at Facebook this morning and expecting to see lots of really horrible comments about the England team. And luckily I had unfriended a lot of the people during lockdown who were so nasty. And all I had was people posting positive stuff. Now, it's not that I don't like people. No, everybody's got their opinion. It's just you don't need to read it, do you? You don't need to see that stuff. And this is what today's all about with our lovely positive affirmations. So, if you see things that are positive and uplifting, you tend to kind of be in that higher vibrational energy. And if you're surrounded by low vibe stuff, I would recommend turning it off, tuning out from it, because it really does make such a difference. I can highly recommend it. Okay, so Julie Johnson, good morning to you. I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're well as well. And Julie's saying, you like my heart. Well, let me just tell you about my heart. Before that, I'm just going to post a link to my readings, because I've opened up some new readings at the moment. I've got more time to do a few more readings. So if anybody would like to see the 2 new readings that I have opened up, I haven't done these for ages. One of them is just £20. It's called What Do You Need to Know Right Now? So your angel's telling you, what do you need to focus on right now in terms of your goals and dreams? And then the other one is, where will I be this time next year? What's going on and how to get to that potential. It represents your highest potential for next year. And Ali in Mexico is here. Oh, I'm so happy you could join me live, because normally you're watching the replay, aren't you? So hello, my beautiful Mexican friend, fellow Mexicana. Lynn Hardy, thank you so much for the stars. You are so sweet. That is lovely. Thank you so much. So shall we get started? I haven't got anything exciting to tell you about what's going on in the cosmos, other than we've got 3 planets or luminaries in the sign of Leo at the moment, because even though the sun is in Cancer and it's Cancerian season, Leo's looming, it's coming up. So we've got the moon in there today. So out of the watery depths of emotion, out of the star sign of Cancer, it's moved into Leo, and as has Mars, and Venus is in there, so they're going to be staying in there for a little while. So all 3 of those are in there. They're quite big hitters in the cosmos, and they are, you know, our Leo energy is all about our sovereignty. It's about creativity. It's about joyfulness. It's about romance. So, you know, Venus in Leo could be really good for romance, and Mars in Leo is really good about you moving forward with confidence, because Mars is about taking action and Leo is about confidence and sovereignty, and the moon in there means that we can think more positively. So that's good, isn't it? Hopefully we'll be a lot more energized this week as we go into the week. Danielle Bowen's here. Hello Danielle, how are you doing, my love? It's lovely to see you live. I'm just shuffling some cards for the week, so let me pop those down. Laurie's in the house. Hello, Laurie, and Pauline Nicholson as well. Oh my goodness, you're all coming in. I'm sure there's somebody else who just popped up as well. I'm just going to say hello to you before I get started. So these 2 cards represent the energies for the week for the collective. Tony Campbell's watching too, and am I sounding a bit bunged up? Nicole, thank you for your concern. Do you know what it was? I had a late one last night, shouting at the TV for England to win, and it went down to the wire. It was like literally white knuckle ride, and we lost on penalties. So we're all kind of deprived of sleep and emotionally drained here in this house. So yeah, that's why I'm bunged up. Good morning, Carol Bell, thank you so much for the stars. And Carrie Parishine is watching, and Yulia Zaloto is watching, and Joanne Thomas. And now I'm not sure how I pronounce your name, but is it Shiran Gear? Good morning anyway, my love. I'm sure you'll tell me how to pronounce that. We've got Ursula Cunard from New Zealand. Hello, darling. Carol Bell, thank you so much for the stars. Good morning to you. And that's it, I think. Beverly Annick Baldwin is struggling to hear me above the sound of the building works you've been waiting for since last September. Oh no, turn your sound up. Elaine Zagar's here. And the heart. Right, let me talk about the heart. Oh, I'm glad, Sharon, that I've pronounced that properly. That is a colour-changing heart that I got from Lidl when it was Valentine's Day. So Lidl and Aldi are my best friends at the moment in terms of getting new things, but I'll talk about my new cards in a second. So let me just grab an Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty card as well. Let me just see what is coming up for the week. So this is for the whole week. Thank you so much for the stars, Laurie. I do so appreciate you showing up every week, bringing stars with you and bringing your lovely vibes. So we'll pop that behind those. I'm a bit crowded on my table because I've got my new moon altar still up, and I thought I'd leave it there for everyone to see because it's so pretty. All right, so this represents the first half of the week, so Monday through to Wednesday. Oh my goodness, look, we've got Archangel Michael in the house. Isn't that lovely? I know you all like to see him. I know you all like to see him showing up. So here he is. By popular demand, he's back, Archangel Michael. And he's saying, a job well done. Joy, contentment and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So I think as we go into this new week where everything seems to have finished, there was a lot of closure at the weekend with that new moon, with these tournaments finishing, and I feel as though we're kind of turning a page and starting a brand new chapter. Things have come full circle because the world, what am I saying? The world is a sphere. It's round and it's complete. And it could be that this first few days of this brand new week, you get some kind of piece of the jigsaw puzzle that makes sense of everything. So where we came to closure yesterday, and we might be feeling a little bit like, what's next? There's a little void in our lives. Or there's, when you finish something, can be a relief, but then or something new begins. There's an empty space, isn't there, that we're waiting to fill with things, and we don't know what that's going to look like, what that shape of that is going to be. And Archangel Michael is bringing some really beautiful reassurance, saying the truth is, the word up is that you've got to be brave to step into this new portal, this new chapter, but it's going to be good. So I'm bringing you joyfulness, I'm bringing you contentment, I'm bringing enlightenment with me as he's inviting us to step on through. Will we step through? Do you want to step through and be with Archangel Michael? I know I do. Because he's all about releasing. He's all about, that chapter's over. That's done with. Let's not hark back to that. Let's just take all the good stuff with us, the wisdom, the experience, and let's use it for the next part of our exciting adventures in this lifetime. So how lovely is that? So thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming in and being with us and sharing that really uplifting message. And he is on this number 21 card, and 21, when we add 2 and 1 together, you get 3. And 3 is always about markers. When you're on a walk or something, you'll see some kind of marker point, or you'll see, like 200 miles away, this way now. Where is the next fork in the road? Where is the next part of the journey? This is the milestone. And we're about to continue on down that path, but having reached some kind of important milestone. So our next card represents the second half of the week, and this one is the 5 of water. Now we are still in Cancer season, so Cancer season represents the element of water. I wondered if we would have a water card coming up, and we do. And what I love about this is, as we go on further on into this new cycle, because every time we have a new moon, it represents an important new cycle in our lives, brand new stuff. And whilst we can be excited and anticipating the new things, we can also dwell on that which we have lost. So we might find that towards the end of the week and over the weekend, that we focus on the fact that, okay, we've been freed up to have new challenges, set new goals, have new experiences, but I'm kind of longing for what I had and that which is no more, or which cannot be part of my life anymore. So this can be like the grieving card. It can be a little bit of upset. It can be sometimes things don't work out the way you planned or you hoped that they would, but you're not seeing all of the blessings within that. So, sometimes when we don't get what we want, it's absolutely right for us. It's just at the time we don't see it because we can't step back and see all of the very small pockets, the side view of the universe, the things that the universe is shape-shifting in the very sort of distant part of the cosmos, and we cling on to the things that we have been removed or that we don't have. So there can be some kind of disappointment, but it is for your highest good. This could be the final letting go of things. You know, Archangel Michael's going, are you ready to step up and move into this new arena? I'm inviting you in, and you say, yes, I'm coming in, I'm following you. And then when you get there, you kind of think, oh, but you know, I used to love doing that. I used to love the way things were. But you're going to love the way things are going to be far more. And just allow yourself that feeling of, that sense of loss or nostalgia. That's okay. Because with freedom comes all these different feelings, doesn't it? And then our next card comes from the Oracle of Wisdom and Beauty. And this is a general card for the collective for the week. To sum it all up, this is really brilliant. And this is another number 3, because when we add 3 and 9 together, we get 12, and when we add 1 and 2, we get 3. So 3 seems to be a really important number for us all this week, which is about community, because we can't do things alone. So who are you going to team up with? Who are your gang? What's your new milestone? What's your new goals that you're setting? Because you've done things, you've achieved things, you've come to the end of something, and you have to tell a new story. What's the untold story? Do we want to go around in circles and do the same things all the time, or do we want to grow even higher and go further and faster and bigger and better and all of the superlatives, you know? And let's really aim for the things that we haven't touched, the things that we haven't achieved yet, because that is the untold story. You can't keep on lurking lower down in our lives and just doing the same things all the time with the same people. There's an untold story there. Let's write a new chapter, because it's going to be a good one. But with it comes some emotional stuff as well. And you know, our emotions are important. We can't deny them. You know how sometimes we want to just pretend everything's great, and then we're like, why am I feeling so sad? Why am I feeling empty? Why am I feeling fed up? Just to allow those feelings just to swim over you, wash over you, but don't dwell in them forever. Sit with them, and then, you know, there comes a time when we have to get back up and out there and tell a new story, don't we? Because it's the new chapter beginning this week. It does feel like a new chapter. There's something weird about this week. I don't know what it is. Weird good, though. Is everybody feeling like that? A little bit like that? I've certainly got some new things that I want to tackle, and I want to tell you all about. So who have we got that has joined us while I was talking? We've got Nancy Zimmerman. Good morning, and she's brought some stars. Thank you, Nancy. It's lovely to see you. I know it's very early where you are, so I appreciate you being here. Summer Smith is here. Lynn Blythen saying hello to everybody. And Julie Hans is here, and she's brought rainbows. How lovely. It's good to see you, because I know you haven't been live for a while, so I'm very impressed that you're here. Happy to see you. Anybody else I haven't said hello to? Oh, Vladimira. Hello, Vladimira. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for ages either. And Lisa Robbins is watching too. Okay, shall we get on to these mindfulness cards and these affirmation cards? So I went to the supermarket to get some really nice things to eat while we were watching the football match. And lo and behold, I saw, this is in Aldi, these mindfulness cards. There's 100 cards, and this is what they look like. So this is Aldi, and there is 100 of them, and I thought they were $3.99, and I thought, oh, those are good, because you know I like to do these little challenges with you, and there's so many of them, so I don't have to make my own now. I've got these. And they're really useful for just pulling one. You know, if you want to challenge yourself to be mindful or to do something nice and kind for yourself. So remember when we did that Valentine's week where we did lots of mindful activities? So that's Aldi. They also had, so if anybody's got a local Aldi, go get them, because they had loads. And then they had this message block cards, which has 12 reversible cards, which means there's 24 different messages on them. And these were $3.99 as well. And so you get this wooden block, which has this slit in it. and you get cards like this. So on one side and then the other side, they've got things. So you can put those on an angel altar, or you can use them just to put around the house and remind yourself that you're better than yesterday. Oh, yes, you are. And then you can turn it round and go compliment yourself today and remind yourself to do that. So there's lots of really nice affirmations and things on those. So for example, this is my favourite one actually. I've never heard this before. Rainbow is my favourite colour. Isn't that nice? So yeah, those are really cute. So those are $3.99. So I thought I'd share them with you and anybody who's got an Aldi, and yeah, take a look and see, Nicole. And do you know, even if they don't have them where you are, if you're in a different country to the UK, they often have lots of really nice little bits and pieces. I bought myself a reward chart once, you know, the kids one with little stars and stickers on to reward myself and my inner child, because we don't reward ourselves enough, do we? Okay, so let us concentrate on these messages for you today. So have a look. Do you want the yellow, eggy kind of yellow card there, which is number 1? Do you want the blue one, which is number 2? Or do you want the one that looks like a sunshine, sun rays, number 3? So 1, 2 or 3. And I'm going to give you a challenge, an affirmation and a message on these. Okay, so if you chose number 1, I think I'm going to go with number 1 today myself. So let's move my light. So is that better? Can see that a bit better. And look, it makes that all sparkly. My moon. So your mindfulness card is, so this is a mindful activity for you to do in any time this week. Just if you can remember to do it, is to let someone go ahead of you in a queue. Now, this is written in a kind of English way. So I know some of you say in a line, if you're waiting in line, let somebody ahead of you. But we say queue. So if you're queuing in a line or in a cola in Mexico, let somebody go ahead of you in the queue. So it's just to do something nice and mindful. Because isn't it lovely when somebody goes, oh no, after you. Do you want to go before me? And it's just a nice gesture, isn't it, if you chose number 1. So that's your challenge, your mindful activity today. And then your affirmation or confirmation this week is, it's okay to say no. This is your permission. It's okay to say no. So what do you want to say no to? Who do you want to say no to? I'm giving you permission to say no this week, okay? That goes for me as well. I have to let somebody ahead of me in a queue, and it's okay to say no. Right, I better get my no head on then. And then your message from the message block cards, postcards, is, how I look doesn't define me. Now that's a big one for me actually, because you know I'm always going, oh, I'm not going to show you my face on my live because I haven't done my makeup and my hair. I mean, I really look shocking this morning, so I'm not going to show myself. But I know that you don't care. I mean, I'm still not showing myself this morning, but do you know what I mean? I know that you're here for the messages and the love and light, are you? You're not here for how I look. But I don't know about you. I always like to show my best side. I haven't done my nails. So I need a reminder of this. How I look does not define me. It's what's on the inside that counts, right? But we do like to look nice, don't we? There's another message on the other side, and that is speak kindly. And I would say speak kindly to yourself most of all, because that's really important, isn't it? Good morning, Colleen. You've just come in. We're just on the messages, so we're down to 2 and 3 at the moment, so you can choose one of those if you want to get a message. Okay, so I hope that those resonate with you. And number 2, if you chose the blue one. Oh, Julie Johnson, you are so kind, but I don't. I'm 53 now, you know. When you get to 53, it gets harder and harder to, you know, make all of this look better. And Nicole, you know, absolutely, people make assumptions based on looks all the time, especially if you're in the, you know, open to romance, like we are. It's all about looks, isn't it? They're not bothered about the inner you when you first meet people. which is such a shame. Good morning to Fiona Potter. How are you doing, Fiona? Oh, Julie, you're 60 and fabulous. So this is your task, a mindful task, and it is cook your favourite meal. So at some point this week, your task, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to cook yourself your favourite meal. What is your favourite meal? Now, I am partial to toad in the hole, which is like Yorkshire pudding batter with sausages and gravy and mashed potatoes, or a roast chicken with vegetables and roast potatoes and gravy. You can see a theme here. I love those. Those are my favourite meals. How about you? What is your favourite? I also love Thai food, and I love a bit of sushi. Very random mix of different things there. So those are the things that I would treat myself to. Cook your favourite meal, or go and get a takeout of your favourite meal, or get somebody else to cook you your favourite meal. There's some options for you. And then this is your power message. It is never too late to make a change. Never too late to make a change, my loves, honestly. And so that is something for you to remember this week. If you're thinking about making a change in your life and you've been telling yourself it's too late, it's never too late, honestly. So that is your message. And then your lovely postcard, the cherries. Aren't they cute? I love that pop art. I am worthy of good things. You are. You are very worthy of good things. And on the other side it says, only compare yourself to you. That's the only person you should be comparing yourself to. So Carrie's saying she's going to be cooking haggis and mash, one of your favourites, because you can get frozen haggis, can't you? I've seen that in Aldi. Aldi seems to be a really good place for stuff. We have a really lovely Aldi near me. I love it. It sort of feels really continental. I walk in, it's all brand new, and it feels like you're in France when you go shopping in there. So if you chose number 3, your mindful activity, your mission this week is leave a positive online review. So this is a lovely one, isn't it? That if you've had good service, if you bought something, you're really happy with it, or if you've been somewhere in the past or bought something in the past and you didn't leave a review, go do it this week, because reviews are so important. Whenever I book a holiday or a hotel room, I always go on TripAdvisor and have a look at the reviews. If I buy anything from Amazon, I'm very much guided by the reviews on there, and reviews on Facebook pages as well. And I have a Facebook page review button if you're stuck for somebody to leave a review for, you could always do that on there. Of mine, just saying. That's only if you're stuck. Because it's so lovely for the person who gets the review, and it's also really good for the people who want to use those services and want to know a bit more about whether it's safe to buy or safe to go and eat or stay there, isn't it? And then your power message is, remember, nothing is impossible. So this week, if you're feeling like things are impossible, things are up against you, if you're feeling a bit flat and fed up, remember, nothing is impossible and everything is possible. And so there's that quote by oh my goodness, who is it that says this? I can't remember. Anyways, very famous actress whose name has escaped me. She was in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Why can I not remember her name? I'm having one of those moments. I haven't had my second coffee, so I'm sure you're going to tell me. Audrey Hepburn. That's it. Thank you, Nicole. You've got brain power this morning there. Clearly I don't. So Audrey Hepburn said, by the very way that this is spelt, impossible, says I'm possible. So there you go. Thank you for reminding me about that. Richard Branson might have said it as well. It was very, very likely that he said that because he got into space, didn't he, this weekend? Everything's been happening this weekend. Wow. So your message is, each day is a new beginning. Isn't that lovely? And we've got the sun rays. This reminds me of the Little Book of Love and Light cover. Does look like that, doesn't it? And the other one is there are no wrong decisions. There are no wrong decisions because each day is a new beginning. Isn't that brilliant? So I hope you enjoyed those. Get yourself to Aldi and get yourself some cards because they're lovely. So yes, and I wasn't advertising those cards, Kelly, because I was just sharing. If I find any good spiritual tools, I like to share them and say, go get yourself to the supermarket and get these. Because sometimes they sell the beautiful salt lamps and everything in there. All right, my darlings, have a wonderful week. I'm going to go and gargle on salt or something and have another coffee before I get down to doing lots of readings for you all. There's lots of people booked over the weekend. And if you want to book a reading with me, I have 2 new readings up on my online shop. So they are What Do Your Angels Want You to Know Right Now, which is a super affordable reading. It's just £20. And there is the Where Will I Be This Time Next Year, which was my most popular reading in 2020, 2019, 2020. And I took it down because I just couldn't cope with the volume of the readings I was getting for those. So I've opened a few slots up for that one. So if you want to grab yourself one, there's still some available. So lots of love to you all. Have a wonderful week, and sending you lots of angel blessings. Thank you to everybody who sent stars. Take care, my loves. Bye for now.